Hi friends, welcome back to another Renee's Corner video. I'm Tanisha Renee, and this is the first part of the postdoc interviews diary series. Firstly, I want to say, look at this shirt, okay? I'm like, what is this fuzz? Okay, I'm like obsessed. This is RDC World anime house shirt, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but it's super cool in the back. I'm really excited about it. I got it I didn't really buy it for Christmas, but I got it around Christmas, so I'm just really excited about it. And I wanted to share. Also, these glasses are another creator's blue light glasses, but we're not gonna get into that because I don't think they're available anymore. I don't think these shirts are available anymore, but you know, support Black creators. Anyways, so I think what I'm going to do differently about this diary series is I'm going to break it up into bigger chunks, or like just more chunks, because I have more interviews for postdoc and I feel like it will get overwhelming if I do all of them in one video, right? So this is part one. We're going to be talking about 2 places I interviewed at, and then I don't really know how I plan on doing this, but I will like reveal eventually like where I'm going, and so I won't like talk about names or anything through these videos. So we've interviewed at 2 places as of right now, once the first week of January and one the second week of January, I think is how that has shaked out. And so we'll talk about place number 1. It was a very like short and sweet interview day. It was like 2 hours where I like met with different faculty members and we talked about the program. The program's new. I think that the program is in a place where like I wouldn't mind living. I do have a friend in that city, which would be really great because I love him and he's so great and he has a lot of great like people around him, and so I'm hoping that like if I go there, like I will also have great people around there, because as you all know and as I have explained multiple times before, community is really important, and so that's like a good benefit of being there. Some of the drawbacks of living in that city in particular is it's cold and there's snow, and you know, after living in Florida for a little bit, I'm okay if I never see snow again, to be honest. I am okay without it. So I think that, you know, thinking about moving back north, back to the Midwest, like there are some drawbacks to that, and both of the places I interviewed at, the interview place number 1 and interview place number 2, are both in the Midwest and both experience a lot of snow. So about the program, it has a specific sickle cell trait, or a sickle cell track, which is like all that I really want. Like I really want, okay, it's not all that I really want, but for this postdoc in particular, I applied to it because it has a specific sickle cell trait. Why do I keep saying that? Sickle cell track. And it has like some other experiences that I think would be really cool. Like they have a NICU experience, they have child development, they have sleep, they have gender clinics, they have like all of these other clinics I could do in addition to doing the sickle cell track. Also, something that's really appealing about it, they only do clinical work for 3 days, and then they have 1 day of like didactics and admin, and then 1 day of research / program development, which I really like that model. Like I think that's great. What else? They're still doing some telehealth, which I think is great. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. The pay is really good. It's pretty competitive. I feel like all of the pay for all of the places is pretty competitive. The pay for this place is around $61,000, which is a lot more than I'm making right now, so I feel like that's a lot of money. And also I feel like I'm not a good judge of money because I've been broke for like the last 6 years. What else about that place? Yeah, I think those are like the main things. I really liked who I interviewed with. I was super sick when I interviewed, and so like I feel like I don't have a super good impression just because I was so sick. Like I was just trying to make it through the interview. I think I interviewed well. I think there was one question I stumbled on, and I will make a list of the questions I was asked. That would be a whole separate video, so don't you worry if you're looking for questions that people get asked on postdoc interviews. I got you. And yeah, so that's pretty much all about place number 1. Place number 2 was more like a full day. I want to say the interview day ran from like 9 to around 2 p.m. Where they had like an overview session, and then I had 3 separate interviews with different faculty, and then not an interview but like an info session with the current postdocs that are there. What I like about this place is that I would get some more just broad training, which I feel like I would like. I like doing different things every day, and so I feel like this would give me that opportunity. It's 50% assessment, 50% intervention, which like no one really has out there. And so I feel like that is like a good fit because that's kind of what I want to do. I want to be like 50-50 assessment, 50-50 intervention. And so I feel like that's a really great strength of this program. What else? They're paying around $61,000, $62,000 as well. It's in the Midwest. They work on site for 4 days a week, 1 day of telehealth. What else? There's 3 fellows. You get to work at a different place in the city, which could be really cool. What else was I gonna say about that? I feel like the faculty there really, really, really love it. Lots of people, let me say it this way. The faculty, I wanna say there was like 10 members of the faculty. This could be totally made up, but like 9 of the 10 were either previous interns or previous postdocs there, and they have stayed there, which means like, to me, that's an indicator of like, a really good work environment, and people like to stay and they like their colleagues enough to stay long term. Like one of the people I interviewed with, he was saying that he did grad school. I don't know if he said he did grad school, but he did like internship, postdoc, and then he's been there for 10 years at this point. And I felt like everyone had like this genuine like love for what they do and love for like this sort of generalist child psychology track that they're all on. And I don't know, I really liked that, and I liked how like warm and fuzzy it felt. I felt like when I asked a lot of people like what it was that kept them there. Oh, my mom's calling, so we're gonna finish this really fast and then we're gonna call her back. When I asked them like what it was that like kept them in the program and kept them in the area, is the people and the city. They really, people are like sipping the Kool-Aid. They really, 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 really like this city. So yeah, I think some of the cons are, it is, I would say, far enough away from home where I'm like, well, with both of these places, some of the cons are it's far away from home, it's in the Midwest, I'd have to deal with snow. And I think that the cons of each of these programs have nothing really to do with the program and more so about the location, if that makes sense. Yeah, my mom was just texting me. So yeah, I think that both of the interviews went pretty well. I liked both places. I'm not sure where they stack up in the grand scheme of all of the interviews, but I'm excited to keep interviewing and keep finding out about these places. And yeah, so I don't have much else to say about that. So yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm recording this a few days after the interviews because I've just been sick, y'all. I've been sick. Okay, which is so unfortunate, but whatever. And so I'm not gonna keep you. So thanks so much for watching. So what I'm probably gonna do for the diary series is I'm going to release them probably each week, so like you guys get like real time. Well, each week once I start releasing videos. And yeah, so thanks so much for being here. I love you all so much. Leave a purple emoji. I will leave a link in the description for RDC World if you don't already know who they are. I'll leave a link in the description for their merch store. I'll also leave a link in the description for Berlin's merch store, Berlizzi. So these are like the glasses, but I don't know if they're still in stock. So there's that. And yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but leave a purple emoji. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. I love you all so much. Bye.